Time Attack GTA Final Super Lap Battle 2018. Here we are. We just finished Group E. We're about to move on to Group D right now. This is the final call for Group D. So let's go ahead and recap what's been going on. We just got back from lunch. If you weren't watching before lunch, earlier in the day, Tom O'Gorman in the Professional Awesome Evo laid out a 138. That Motorsports and Jeff Westfall in the GST-L by 3 or 4 tenths for the Unlimited extra half to 8 tenths to take over William Al Young's record of the 137 fastest tin top car ever around Buttonwillow Raceway Park CW13. This is going to be session 3 of 4, okay? Session 3 of 4. We have groups D, C, B, and A left in session 3, and then E through A left in session 4. That means we have 2 almost complete sessions left for this day. Note the sessions after lunch on Friday are 15-minute sessions. They are no longer 20-minute sessions. We're in crunch time now, guys. This is go out, set that one perfect lap, and call it a day. It's all glory or all failure now. Looks like we got 1 minute till these cars go out, guys. 1 minute. Look at that snail fam right there. You know who that is. That's the South Bouse himself. I'm not sure if he's in the car or if one of his boys is out there setting a exhibition lap, but at the end of the day, At the end of the day, when it comes to all-wheel drive Subarus and performance, Snail Performance leads the pack. They have a shop out in Arizona. They also have Travis himself up in NorCal. If you have any questions and you're in Phoenix or you're in the Northern California area and you want to know how to make your Subaru fast, do not hesitate to reach out. You can follow them at Snail Performance on Instagram, Snail Performance on Facebook. I don't know if they have a Twitter, but if they be tweeting and twitting, I'm sure it's under Snail Performance also. Speaking of Snail Performance, that is not the only car they have out here. They also have Snail Performance Marcos in his street all-wheel drive record-holding Subaru WRX. Also, Snail Performance Sally in her street all-wheel drive Subaru WRX. Sally herself at this event has set her personal best fastest of a 153. Marcos' record of 147 still holds. That Tesla right there, by the way, guys, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why there's a Tesla on track. Those guys have a track package that... Okay, so let me go backwards so y'all understand, because some people don't know Teslas. These cars get updated like computers. Sometimes you got to restart them, reboot, but they get updates via the internet, via software updates. And they have a new track package that Tesla just released. They're the first guys to get it. And I'm not going to lie, minus the noise, because, you know, I'm a visceral guy. I like visceral things. I can't hear their car, but when you watch it on track, the thing flies. So they have a new track package out there that Tesla just released. They're the first guys to get it. And when you watch the car on track, it flies. A lot of guys wonder, well, how can a software update make a difference? Well, I'll tell you right now, back in the day when the S's first came out, you used to have to buy the, you know, P80, P90 with the big battery package to be able to go the fastest you can. And then at a certain point, you could literally just do a software update and catch up to those cars. So these cars literally are like computers. You get a software update, they're faster, they handle better, the brakes work better. And when the Model 3 first came out, people were complaining about the brakes sucking, and then the next day, Elon Musk himself drops an update, and the brakes are 10 times better. So, you know, I know a lot of conspiracy theorists out there saying, you know, they're just trying to screw everyone over, but I don't really give a damn. They make cool cars. Truth be told, we all know Tesla's not a car company. They're a technology company, and they're freaking killing the game. I hear all the time, how are they worth so much money? They barely sell any cars. Well, truth be told, it's not about the cars for Tesla. They're trying to make the world better. I know someone with a Tesla Powerwall. I know someone with all the Tesla stuff in their house, and I got to say, it's the coolest damn thing in the world. If I had the money, I, too, would have a Tesla Powerwall. Wow, so my fact checker over here was Googling a few things. You know how Uncle Google doesn't lie. But they actually did find evidence that the Tesla Model 3 track mode has beaten which Ferrari? We got to find out the exact wordage on this, but it's beaten a Ferrari on track in a closed circuit test. Obviously not against head-on-head. We're talking about just time after time. But these cars are beyond impressive, and I'm sure we'll go down there and talk to them a little bit later if we have the chance. That way you guys get a little bit more information on that. Wow. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of biased because that track is not necessarily friendly to this Ferrari. But at Streets of Willow, the Model 3 track performance package did a 122.3. It was faster than a 458 Italia. I know a lot of guys are gonna be like, "That's not possible." Tesla every chance to be better. I'm sure if we put them on Big Willow, the Ferrari would smoke them. But at the end of the day, this is an electric car running on batteries, making no noise, crushing Ferraris on a track. And the thing is, we're reading these articles live. They were posted this morning, and this car really is one of the first cars that does not belong to Tesla, does not belong to one of their testers that has this package on the car. So we are pretty excited to have it here at Global Time Attack Finals GTA Super Lap Battle. To get you going up to date here, though, we got Nazar at a 157, Jason Owens also at a 157. They're both leading this session. They're within 3/10 of each other. We got 10 minutes left in this session. Again, this is Group D of 5. Oh, my Lord. This is Group D, Session 3. We have Groups A through E. We do have a car off on the track over there in the Cotton Corner area. I'm not sure if he just went off or he had a lockup, but it doesn't look too serious. We got about a little under 10 minutes left in this session. These guys are trying to put down their fastest laps. That way they can get this done. We only have 2 time sessions left today. We've already had the unlimited all-wheel drive record drop, unofficially, of course. We've had the enthusiast front-wheel drive record drop, unofficially, of course. Hopefully we can see a few more things go. If the RS Motors Evo is held together, there's a chance that they can chase down Tom O'Gorman in that professional awesome Evo. The RS Motors Evo won this event last year, so they definitely have something to fight for. We also have David Hagsma running 42s and 41s in his Nissan Skyline GTI, so he's definitely killing the game out there. We have 4 or 5 cars that are capable of winning this event and taking the record. Mark Yeager had to be towed off during Session 2, and I fear that might be catastrophic. We may not see him again, but if we do, we want to see him lay down a time. Can Jam came back out and ran a 42. We know that car has more in it. For someone that's never run this track and they come out of nowhere and run a 42, it'd be one hell of a story for him to come out and win the event. But Tom O'Gorman and Professional Awesome have something to say about that. All right, looks like we have Nazar off on track over here. He is just on the inside of Riverside, so it looks like while we're trying to get this all squared away, we're setting up an interview downstairs with Peter West. He drives that bulletproof GTI. We'll go ahead and cut over to them and see what's going on downstairs.
Time Attack Racing here at Global Time Attack. We got Peter West. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm fine, thanks. Fine, thanks.
You got to eat this mic a little bit. I apologize.
That's all right. That's okay.
Driving that beautiful bulletproof automotive GTR. How is that car? Sort of the Swiss Army knife of Time Attack vehicles.
Well, it's a great, big, fat, heavy car, so there's that. But it's an amazingly good car in terms of handling, and we have a decent amount of power, and, of course, the all-wheel drive helps.
Do you have to fine-tune it much between sessions, or can you kind of just turn the key or press the button, as it were, and go?
With the suspension setup, we actually do have to make some small adjustments, and we've been adjusting it all day, just trying to get that little extra, couple tenths of a second.
What do you think? What do you think the secret is to getting the absolute most out of that car?
It's all in the handling. A lot of the guys with GTRs focus on getting a lot of horsepower out of them, but really on a road course, you can only use so much horsepower.
Actually, the Tokyo Drift theme song playing on your cell phone in your pocket right now?
Yep, it is.
Okay, that's all we need. Cut it. Go race.
Right,
Good to
thanks.
see you,
Thanks,
Peter.
man.
Answer your phone. Back to you guys. I hope you heard that. That was awesome.
All right. That was Peter West in the bulletproof Nissan GDI. We got a few minutes left here in this session. That was Matt Farah, my friends. You are not mistaken. He has been interviewing people for us all day. If you don't know who Matt Farah is, I'm going to tell you the same thing I've been telling people all day. Get out from under that rock you live in. Get on the interwebs. All right, we are on a red flag situation, guys. We're in a red flag situation. It does look like there was a fire in that vehicle. He seems to be fine. It seems to be out. But if you don't know how the flags work, red flag means track is done. Track is done. A red flag means get as close to any tower as you can and come to a complete stop. You never come to a complete stop somewhere around a blind corner. You get as close as you can to a safety, to a flag marshal, and then you come to a stop so they can see you and everyone can see you. You don't want to stop somewhere dangerous. As soon as we confirm the safety officials are good and we can get this car out of here. As soon as we get this clear, it does look like this car is on fire. As soon as we get this cleared, we'll go ahead and go to a full standing yellow so these guys can get off track. But until we know that this is cleared out, all cars must remain where they are. All right, guys, in case you needed an update, you just started watching us, we do have a full course red. We had a small engine fire in Nazar's car. We are under red flag situation. It may not seem like a big issue. It may seem like it'd be okay to let the cars go around, but any small incident on track can become a big incident very quickly. We want to let the safety crew do their job. As soon as we have this cleared and off track, we will turn this into a yellow situation and allow the cars to exit, and we will move on. All right, while we're go ahead and taking care of this, it looks like we have Matt Farah downstairs with someone else to talk to. That way you don't just have to stare at a safety crew doing their job. So we'll cut down to him when they're ready.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Possibly the most interesting car on the racetrack today. Certainly the first one I have seen in a Time Attack event. We got Cameron here with his Model 3 Performance. What's happening, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
Tell me all about how the Model 3 Performance and its freshly released software update has performed on the track today. I need to know all about it.
Yeah, we did Laguna Seca a couple months ago without track mode, and the car would do 1 or 2 laps and start to kind of lose power as the motors got hot. We got track mode yesterday from Tesla via software update, installed overnight at the hotel, and now the thing can do 6-7 laps, no problem. And
So what is that reprogram? Because you'd think that a motor getting hot is a piece of hardware. What has changed?
from what I know about it, I think they use the AC system to open up all the pathways to the motors and the battery to pre-cool it all. You can hear the fans going right now. So it's ready to go.
So it's actually using the climate control compressor to cool down the batteries as sort of an auxiliary cooling unit.
Yeah, that's my understanding. And it also does a lot on stability control and also the drive motors working together to take an amateur like me and get me 2 or 3 seconds faster to how a pro would drive using that like Tesla-built stability control.
That's super interesting. The other thing, when I've driven electric cars on the racetrack is, when I drive an electric car, a Model S really hard, I just smoke right through the batteries. So how much power are you how much range do you have on the racetrack?
Well, here we're running pretty much a full session, and we're cooling off. Actually, front tires are our biggest problem right now, so we're going 2 laps and cooling off front tires and then coming back. And so we're using about 40% of the charge per session.
That's kind of a lot.
It's kind of a lot, but we're able to charge here with a 50 amp that comes with the car. You can plug it into an RV plug, and then we can go 10 minutes away to the supercharger and get 100% at lunch. So we're able to actually keep the car charged.
So can you run 2 sessions in the morning and then go to lunch and then 2 sessions in the afternoon?
You could. We're trying to keep the car as close to 100% as possible because that's where the battery gives you the most power. But if you're more of an amateur, you could absolutely do that. Have no impact to your track day, just a little bit less performance as it gets down to 20 or 30% charge.
And then you're going to drive it home.
Absolutely, and it's got to autopilot me all the way home, drive itself, and I said.
What is Mountain Pass Performance? Are they modifying these things?
Yeah, Sasha Anas, who owns Mountain Pass, he's a big tuner here. He's one of his guys has a track record at 137 and a really built Integra. So he knows racing. He started a year ago with Mountain Pass to start tuning EVs. And where they really kind of lack out of the factory is brakes and tires and wheel suspension setup. So he's developed a custom coilover setup for this car that really makes it handle great. It's a little bit soft out of the factory. This makes so the car has a lot of power out of the factory, but it also has the handling and stopping ability.
I also noticed you're running Pilot Sport 4S's, which is not what comes with this car from the factory. Have you done much street driving on these tires?
Yeah, they come with a Tesla-specific 4S from the factory that are supposed to be more efficient. These ones, we test the efficiency, they're pretty good. So these are just tire rack 4S's, and they're fine.
Well, my main question is obviously the designed to give you handling, but also maximize that range via maybe a harder compound or whatever.
Yeah.
When you put the off-the-rack versions of the 4S on, do you have any noticeable loss in range in day-to-day?
I tracked the stock tires at Laguna Seca. I'm tracking these here. We've also done some efficiency testing. I don't see a huge gulf between the 2 tires, to be honest. Now, Tesla knows a lot of detailed data, but in my experience, the stock 4S seems pretty similar to the one they get shipped with the car.
Do you find, so every time I've taken a Tesla, and I haven't done a Model 3 yet on a racetrack, but I've done Model S and the original Roadster on racetracks, I've found that the most, as neat as they are, and the car, it's fast, the battery on the floor is good low center of gravity, the dynamics are pretty solid, but I've found the trickiest part of tracking an EV is judging your corner entry speed, because in a regular sports car, it's okay, turn 1 is 3rd gear, turn 2 is 2nd gear, and that's how you judge it. Here it's like, well, there's no gears and there's no sound, so do you find yourself staring at the speedometer more to go, okay, it's 56 miles an hour?
Yeah, it makes you be a better driver because a lot of that, all those tempos of shifts and the engine note, it's kind of like tempos to a song. And this you have to kind of be able to freestyle and kind of use different markers. And I've picked up like 2 seconds here looking at data, listening to the tire. I've been here 2 years in a row and I got 1st and 2nd place the last 2 years in a gas car, but I'm actually becoming a better driver by driving an EV because I can listen to what the car is telling me.
Well, I do find it's a good point. When you don't have an engine to listen to, you actually can hear, oh, that noise is from the left front tire. It's not just some arbitrary tire. You can actually pinpoint that tire noise, which is really interesting. You mentioned telemetry. Is there a built-in telemetry program with this, or are you running an aftermarket, like an AIM system or something?
There is built-in. I mean, so we had another guy on track, and you could see where he was on track as well as the speed. And so we could see, oh, he's doing 120 into turn one here. It's not real time. It's not true telemetry, but you can get some basic data like state of charge, speed, and all that. There is no really way to hook up aftermarket telemetry at this point, but I'm sure that'll change as you get more popular.
Okay, cool. We have an announcement from the booth. We will be back in a second with Cameron learning about the Model 3 on track.
All right, for those guys tuning in, we are kind of cut short right now. We are waiting to release the cars back out. We had a vehicle go off, jam his front end into the ground, and catch on fire. It may have been a small engine fire. It could have been all the coolant coming out of the car and causing the smoke. But if you're wondering what's going on downstairs, that's Matt Farah interviewing our Tesla driver. He has one of the very first releases of the software for the track package. If you haven't watched our footage, pay attention. These guys are moving. We're going to go ahead and get back to Matt so we can keep interviewing him while we wait for this car to be pulled off track. It does look like we are about 5 minutes behind schedule now, though, guys, just so you know. So we won't be cutting into people's time. We just got to make sure the next few sessions will be back-to-back. So I'm going to need the Group B and Group. I'm not saying you have to be out there right now. It is 1:45. This is where we're supposed to start Group C. So just know, Group B, be ready to be on grid because we're going to have to go back-to-back. For those that don't know, this was Group D, Session 3. We will have one more time session for D. We are about to be halfway through the session, the third time session of 4 for Friday. Group C is primed and waiting for this session to be called clear and for them to send out. Obviously, after they pull this car out, they do have to confirm there's nothing on the ground, there's nothing that's going to cause an issue for the next cars. So once again, guys, if you're in Group B and Group A, understand that I'm probably going to have to run you guys back to back to make sure you guys get full sessions. I do not want to cut into your time, so there isn't going to be that small gap. So be ready. Well, I'm going to try and call B as fast as I can, as long as I have time. But guys, pay attention when I call you and get out there ASAP. As you can tell, one of the advantages of being the tow truck is you get to drive whatever direction you want on the racetrack. So these guys are. He's going to come backwards through bus stop. He's probably going to cut straight through the center of the track to start finish. If you think your time is fast around Buttonwillow, this guy could do it in 45 seconds flat, mainly because he cuts the whole track. All right, it looks like that truck is cutting straight to the center. He's going to try to get to pit entrance, and they'll be able to send these cars right out. We do have Jackie Ding, that's Johnny Diggs, ready to start this session for you guys. Looks like the car is clear. There was no debris on track. So whenever they are ready, they will release these cars. Like I said, it's going to start with Jackie Ding. The Johnny Diggs joke, I don't even know where that came from. I just see it all over the interweb, so I had to be one of those cool guys. Looks like we have a majority of Group C out there on track. I almost lost track of what group I was with. They're being started with Jackie Ding, and then we have 1, 2. Looks like we have 9 or 10 cars ready to go out. This is the third of 4 time sessions. Remember, guys, we have 4 time sessions today, but the time sessions on Friday after lunch are only 15. Get things changed, they're gonna have to do it quickly. Group C and Group B have been 2 of the most contested classes. By contested, I mean their times have been so similar. You got big differentials in Group A, and you got big differentials in Groups E and D, but you have Jackie Ding starting his first hot lap, going deep into turn 1, Sunrise. That is Max Rev Robert Walker right there in his evasive HKS FK8 Civic Type R. That car right there, I'm pretty positive isn't too crazy on the power mods, but he's laying down some really impressive laps. He's doing, I believe he did a 56 in that car already, which just blows my mind. You don't see many FK8s that aren't highly modded doing lap times like that. That's definitely a fan favorite, that wide body Porsche. And he's not out there just having a good time. A lot of guys get bad reps for these cars because obviously these cars are for people with a little bit more wealth and people think they're not pushing them. But every Porsche you see here at Global Time Attack is being pushed to the limit. Right behind Max Rev and the other FK8, we see Jackie Ding ready to finish his first lap. He told me in the pits during lunch he's pushing for 53s. He thought the max he could do was 55s at this event. He did a 54 earlier today, so let's see if he can pump a 53 out of it. He did a 55.488. We know he's going to push for another lap, so let's hope he has a chance to get it out. Hey guys, while we see these cars going around, most of you know the GTA shirts, the Moto Lyric shirts, they're all pre-order only, but we have had crazy demand. So I'm going to need you guys from November 14th to the 21st to check out Moto Lyric's website. He's going to put these shirts on a second pre-order. This is the first and probably only time you will see Ramel from Moto Lyric offer a shirt to come back. To go on top of it, he's going to add the hoodie. I'm sure a lot of you have seen JD in the hoodie. That was a special print for Mr. Deanhart himself. But I'm going to tell you right now, November 14th to 21st, after much demand and request from today, people going up to us at the GTA booth and going up to Ramel himself, we're putting the GTA final shirts back on order between November 14th and 21st. Keep an eye out. We will post it on the GTA page. We'll post it in the GTA group. Follow Moto Lyric on Facebook, and please go to Moto Lyric's website. He has supported us from day one, and we've supported him from day one. He has to be one of the best indie photographers out here. He makes some of the best content and products, so please do not hesitate. Also, there are Super Lap Battle hats for sale at the GTA booth. So if you see the hat that Ramel or JD or myself is wearing, please come down to the GTA booth. At this exact time, we accept PayPal and cash, but if you cannot use those two, we will find a means to get you to buy one, and we will ship it out. So please give us a shout. Go to Moto Lyric and let us know. I believe that would be Tim Kuo right there, or Mike Chang in the Evasive FK8 pushing that car. Evasive brought quite a few Type Rs. Any of you guys who don't know Evasive know they like to be in the front of aftermarket products for new vehicles. The Civic Type R FK8 is clearly the newest of the new out there, but that doesn't mean they don't do the old either. If any of you guys were out at SEMA, you saw that brand new Evasive Voltex. It is Voltex, but onto the Evasive S2000 wide body aero kit. That is an incredible kit, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing it in the U.S. on quite a few cars in upcoming time. It'll probably take a little bit, as those are handmade, and they do take quite some time to get out. For those of you just tuning in, this is Group D, Session 3. This is Session 3 of 4. Who you see on camera right now, that's Rob Walker, Max Rev. Looks like he may be going into the pits, followed by Tim Kuo, also going into the pit. We got Jackie Ding, Johnny Diggs going real slow around Riverside. My guess is he's letting these guys by because he's on a cool-down lap. So 156.025 from that beautiful blue S2000, Ivan Hung. Followed by Kevin Panter to 157.960. His fastest of this session is a 157.959, 1/1000th faster than what he just ran. Can't really get much closer to running two similar lap times. That's the Power Needy Motorsports NSX. Here we have Savannah Little, 202, followed by a 2-minute flat, followed by a 2:15, followed by Emilio at Ernesto at a 2:17. These guys are out here pushing hard. They know they only have 15 minutes in these after lunch sessions, so they're trying to get every second they can. That 155.474 was Steven Kronenberger. That is his fastest lap of this session. I know he's been in the 55s multiple times. I'm not sure if that's a faster 55, but he is definitely pushing that car. Here we have Savannah Little going over the hump, about to go into the bus stop complex. This is a right, left, left. Takes a lot of patience here. You want to be wide open, but you want to make sure you don't upset the car too much before you turn into bus stop right here. Little tap of the brakes, and then boom over the berm, trying to set it up clean for Riverside. It does look like she may be on a cool down lap. She did let those cars by. How often do you see a Miata pulling up on an Evo? Yeah, Global Time Attack Super Lap Battle Finals, that's where. Here comes Ivan Hung, about to set another lap time. Kevin Panter with a 157.753, picked up about half a second on his previous two laps. Group C, 4-minute call to grid. GTA Group C, this is your 4-minute call. We do have to run these back-to-back, guys. Remember, because we had that incident earlier. So please get to grid ASAP. These sessions are only 15 minutes long. That's also the call out for B. Note that this is their 5-minute call, which means this is your 20-minute call. After C goes out, the safest bet you can have is get to grid ASAP. For those of you just joining us, I did get a couple messages from people saying they had to reload the live stream. I need you to hear this. Moto Lyric is re-releasing the GTA Finals shirt. He has never re-released a pre-order, but he has also never been bugged so many times at an event for a shirt. So the GTA Finals shirts and hoodies, which were not available, that was a special cut for JD only, but it seems everyone wanted them so bad he is going to release them. GTA Finals shirts and hoodies will be available on the Moto Lyric website November 14th to 21st. Super Lap Battle hats are available now. These were not a pre-order. These were made in a large batch specifically for us to sell here. Please give me a shout. Go to the GTA booth. Shoot me an email. Give me a DM. Whatever it is you need to get a Super Lap Battle hat. They are at the GTA booth. We can accept cash and PayPal right now, but if you can't give us either of those, we can give you the location to get them in Orange or a way to have them shipped to you. Here's Savannah going through the bus stop complex again. It actually looks like she's pushing it this time. She took it a lot deeper into this corner. There it is, a little hop over the curb, and then boom, going straight into Riverside. Let's see what she can do. Yeah. She's been in the 57s. I know yesterday she was having a little issue towards the end of the day. She was pushing the car hard. Then she came in earlier today and just killed her first lap. So hopefully she has something a little bit more left in the car so she gets to go home with a whole lot of pride. Looks like we had someone off on turn 1 or getting near the off ramp. Looks like he got it started though, so standing yellow is probably going to drop. Hopefully he can get himself around.
Back in the paddock. Cody Miles, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Good to see you.
Happy to be here.
From Grid Life, I see you out every year, I think, at this point.
Yeah, we try to hit every big event and try to go as fast as we possibly can.
Now, your car is unique, not only because it's but also because you race on air suspension with Airlift Performance. What is it like to run a race car on a suspension system typically associated with stance cars?
For me, honestly, it's fun. Being the odd man out, being the different car, nobody else does it. It's got its challenges as far as, like, I can't copy the next guy's spring rate. So I'm working off of PSI and pressure and everything like that. But it's unique. It's super fun. It's been a huge learning experience for me because I'm learning more about how air pressure works and all that. So it's honestly, it's a lot of fun, and it's proving to work really well.
Is it more work or less work than running an adjustable coilover system?
Well, the fun part about it is loading it on and off a trailer. I don't have to remove any aero whatsoever. I air up the front, drive it in, and I'm done. So in that aspect, it's much less work. Like I said, as far as dialing it in and getting like comparable spring rates to possibly faster cars and stuff like that, that's where more homework comes in for me. So physical work is definitely less because it makes life easier, it really does.
And God forbid if you go off and you're in the dirt, can you just
oh yeah, like touch a couple buttons, bring it up. It's no big deal.
That's pretty money. I like that. I like that. Is it? Do you have to battle with, you know, you've got a compressor and a tank and all that? So do you have to battle weight, or can you place those things around the car to act as ballast where needed?
Yeah, you can definitely place them wherever you want. Right now, I use a spare tire well in the back of the car. I've got a tank, a single compressor, 1/4-inch lines, just a bare bones setup. Overall, see, a lot of people forget about the fact that a spring on a set of coilovers weighs a lot. So if you replace that with a rubber bag that holds air, it's a lot less weight. But then the compressor weighs a little bit. So overall, I think it's around 9 pounds heavier than your average set of coilovers, which is a lot less than people might think.
Well, actually, that begs the question. Sprung or unsprung weight?
The bag?
No, like if you've got a set of coilovers and you have a spring, is the spring sprung?
You got to ask an engineer on that.
I don't know. We're gonna have to get an engineer on that. Cody Miles, drive safe, brother. Enjoy the rest of your drive. Back to you guys. Can we get?
All right, man. We have the end of Group D right now. We're about to send out Group C in 1 moment. We're trying to run these back to back to give everyone full sessions. We did have an issue that took quite some time. So we have cars exiting the track. It looks like the final car, Mr. Latouf, is going through Riverside, so he's not going to cause any issues. Our drivers are pretty experienced with time attack, so he knows he's going to get off so we can release the next group. Group C is going out. This is one of the most contested groups. Group B has become very exciting. FYI, Group B, be sure to be at grid ASAP. We are running back-to-back. Group C is being released, which means this is your 15-minute call to your session, 10-minute call to grid. As soon as Group C is out, I'd recommend Group B get to grid ASAP. Just to clarify, guys, this is Group C. I know we're running really close together. We usually give you better explanations and more in-between time, but we had an incident on track, and we had to make sure we caught up on time. We want to make sure everyone has as much time as possible. So this is Group C, the very beginning. We are 50 seconds in, all right, guys? So Group C, this is going to be a 15-minute session. Every time session after lunch is 15 minutes. This is crunch time. We're going to go C, then B, then A. On the next set of sessions, we may have time to go ahead and put a little 3 to 5 minute gap after, but we got to make sure we've caught up. So, oh, this is group. I apologize. This is B, my friend. We actually just got C off track. This is Group B, Session 3. I got myself confused. I apologize. That means Group A. I'm soon going to call you to grid. Be ready, guys. Group A. We're trying to catch up, so I do apologize. This is Group B, Session 3. Yeah, we did fix that on the live stream. That wasn't their mistake. They were following my lead. I apologize, guys. This is Group B, Session 3. We got put so far behind. I don't know how fast we get these guys on track. So we have Tim Schopner, followed by Dustin DeCero, followed by Roy Narvaez, Ulrich Zerker, Ulrich Zerka, and Con Huang out there starting their hot laps. Chris Elder starting his first hot lap. I see Peter West in his GDI, followed by Kenny Chu and Sun Vo. Sally McNulty's also in the mix. Here comes Brian Tyson. He has literally run a faster lap every session since I started talking trash to him. He may let me down this time because you can't pull seconds off every session, can you? Maybe you can. It does look like here towards the end of the day that people really are more focused on. Oh, we have an off through the bus stop complex. He went deep to the inside. He went through there way hot. He was going through the weight transition. He was making the right, getting ready to make the left. And you know what? He had no traction. The ass of that car came around so fast he had no time to correct. Anyone that's ever driven an S2000 will tell you, if you don't correct that thing getting sideways quickly, it's just going to come away. Luckily, he's in a safe place. He is so far inside, the odds of another car going in there and hitting him are pretty slim to nil. He needs to stay there, though, until these other cars pass. That is one hell of a ride. Anyone who's ever gone off on the inside of that out of his hair, let alone. It does look like Tim Schepner did a 150, and so did Dustin. Roy with a 52. Con Huang with a 155. Ulrich Zerka did not get a hot lap in. He may have had an issue. He's at a 203, and he has a 53 car, so we'll see what's going on there. Let's go ahead and get through the rest of these. Hot laps. I do see Peter West on the way. I want to make sure I get you what's going on with these guys because I got Peter West followed by Sally McNulty. Sally's been pushing her ass off this event. I've seen her make changes on the car. I've seen her do damp changes. There's not a single thing she hasn't changed. Sally with a 201. She did have to slow down for that dirt patch, though. It's very hard to go wide open through a dirt patch that's thicker than fog. Brian Tyson with a 203. Same thing. I saw him have to slow down. And the rest of everybody else is coming into the hot pit. So remember, guys, this is Group B. So how we do this is always on speed index, guys. We do not do this based on classic. It's based on speed index. On the practice day and based on previous history, we find out what lap times you're running, and we break you up on 5 different groups based on that. We do have someone with an off right there. That looks like a Subaru, or is that an Evo, my friends? Oh, that's an Evo taking the Subaru line. Treating it like an autocross course. You see him clip that cone? Man, if you were an SECA, bro, you'd be killing the game. So how we do this is 100% on speed index. So you'll notice that when everyone runs a clean lap and when there aren't offs, that everyone is within a certain parameter of time of each other. So let's say Group B has all been within the 45 to 51 range. Group A has all been within the 38 to 45 range. We want to make sure that no one on track is faster or slower in a significant amount than anyone else. Someone running 205s go out 38 and someone makes a mistake, that's such a huge speed differential that something bad could happen. So this is Group B session. We will have Group A directly after. Hopefully some of the heavy hitters are still available to put down some lap times. I know Jaeger hasn't put down a lap. That breaks my heart. I know Andy Smedgaard hasn't put down a lap. That also breaks my heart. Can Jam has done a 42. Tom O'Gorman has done a 38, about half a second off the lap record. Sally just did a 53.688. She got caught up in that dirt before, and then on her second hot lap, she did another 53. She is very, very consistently fast. It's crazy to believe a year ago she was nowhere near this time. In 1 year, the amount of time she's picked up is nothing short of amazing. She's probably one of the most committed drivers in this field. The Snell Performance team in general, some of the most committed drivers in this field. Here's Alex Peng, 155.908. Novak Racing EK9. Group A, this is your call to grid. Group A, this is your 10-minute call to grid. Group A, this is your 10-minute call to grid. Just so everybody knows, we have caught up, my friends. No more back-to-back. So Group A, you have 10 minutes to get to grid. What excites me the most is right there in the very beginning, ready to go out, is the Can Jam car sitting and waiting. I feel like, woo, Brian Tyson with the Subaru line in a rear-wheel drive. It looks like he's okay, guys. It's not a big deal. He was probably just trying to go in hot. He wanted to prove me wrong, but, you know, sometimes I am right. Looks like we're creating some serious dust clouds out here today. This is something you do see on day 2. They know they only have 2 sessions left, so there's 1 or 2 thought processes. Be clean and try to put down the best lap you can, or push the car as hard as you can and put down the best lap you can. It seems like the second one is what's going on right now. We got a wall tap, guys. We have someone off at sunset. It does look like more than smoke. That looks like, oh, guys, okay, everyone stay away. Guys on the pit wall, stay away. Let safety do their job. Guys on the pit wall, stay away. Let safety do their job. We need a car. We got fire. All right, we got safety going out, guys. We got safety going out. Get her out. Get her out. Did a good job of getting her out, guys. Let safety do their job, please. Let safety do their job. We are going to sit in a red flag session, guys. This is going to be red flagged. Please make sure not to hover on the other side of the pit wall unless your safety staff or someone who is involved with this, so please let them do their jobs. Like this session, guys. We're going to let all the cars come in. Guys, please do us a favor. No pictures. This is a respect thing, guys. Someone literally just had their baby put into the wall and on fire. No one wants to see a million photos of that on the internet. Please.
All right, while they are cleaning that up at the other end of the track, we got Anthony Cuthbert here. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right.
You are about to embark on a 2,500-mile drive back to Michigan in your race car, which you've just set a record in.
Yep, broke the enthusiast front-wheel drive record and the first car to go sub 2 minutes around.
First front-wheel drive car to ever go sub 2 is in that class, right?
Yes, sir.
That's very impressive. What is the car?
It's a 2017 Civic Type R. It has Apex wheels, Continental Extreme Contact Sport tires, white line rear sway bar with end links and front end links and their rear tow arm.
Let me ask you a question. What's
18s.
See, that's the thing. I don't know why everyone who puts 18s on them goes faster right away. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the 20s off 2 months after I got the car.
Yeah. To you, was that the biggest improvement for the Civic Type R? Was the wheels and tires?
Without a doubt.
Do you have cooling issues with your Civic Type R?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, but I just turned the heat all the way up and it's fine.
That's great until you're racing in July.
Yeah.
So, how far do you have to drive home?
About 2,400 miles back home to Michigan, and there's a blizzard going on right now, so we're driving back in the snow Sunday night.
And I don't suppose you brought the appropriate tires for that activity, did you?
No, we're going back on summer tires, so it's going to be a slick ride.
Yeah, the end of that journey may be a tough one, but you're going home with a trophy and a record.
Yep, three for three this year. Set a new
Three
record.
for three.
Yep, I set a record. This record in New Jersey and reset the enthusiast front-wheel drive record here.
Wow, this dude can drive. That's impressive. Anthony, good driving, my friend.
Thank you.
Safe journey home. Get that car back, and we'll see you back at Buttonwillow.
All right, guys, we're under a black flag session right now. We did have a small incident. Everyone is okay, guys. I've been talking to you all event about how tricky the Sunset Corner is. I wish I could give you a recap, but I didn't see it happening. I was watching someone go off on bus stop, and I looked over, and there was a car on fire. This is one of the most dedicated drivers I've ever met, so I know she will come back strong, but I hope she's okay. My thoughts are with the Snail team. My thoughts are with you, Sally. I hope you're doing well. We're going to go ahead and wait this one out. We are under black flag situation. Group A will go after this, but we just don't know how long, so stick with us, guys. Remember, guys, there is always an inherent danger in taking your car out and trying to go fast as possible, but that's why we take every precaution known to man. I can tell you right now, Sally not only has a cage, she wears a Hans device, she has every bit of safety required, and we have some of the most top-notch safety crews out here taking care of her. All right, guys, to all you out here on the internet watching us, just to give you a quick update, we did have an incident. Sally McNulty did lose it going around Sunset. I can't really give you an explanation what happened because I did not see it. All that matters is that she got out of the car. She is okay. She's being tended to by medical right now, and the safety crew is doing their best job to get her car out and to make sure she is safe. This does put us behind just a little bit, but that's not the relevant point. We are glad that one of our Time Attack family is okay. She will come back stronger from this. I do want to give much respect to the gentleman that helped pull her out of the car. Thank you so much. As far as what is going on right now, we will keep you up to date. We're not sure where we stand right now on sessions or when and who is going out. As soon as we get this cleared away, we will give you an update. This was Group B, Session 3, so there is still Group A, and then we'll have a whole reset of E through A, Session 4. So we're just going to go ahead and wait until this car gets cleared right now, and then we'll go to Group A, Session 3, and then we'll move on from there. I will keep the drivers and crew up to date on what we're doing for timing. It does look like safety is getting her car out. Again, we are more than happy for the fact that she got out of the car. She was tended to by medical. We'll go ahead and get her car off the track. We're going to get you updated on when we're going to start live again for Group A, Session 3. We will obviously have to go back to back-to-back sessions. That way we can catch up and make sure we make this on time. But just be ready, Group A. And any Group E drivers that are going to go out after A, be ready, because when I start this session, I'm going to need you guys coming to pit after Group A is out. On the pit walls, guys. Everyone down the pit wall. Please get off the pit wall. I do appreciate it. Thank you. That's true of the hot pit too, guys. Where all these cars are gridded up, get off the pit wall, please. Everyone on the hot pit side, please get off the pit wall. Gentlemen in the driving suit and a hat on, please. Thank you very much. So they have gotten Sally's car off the track. They are working on cleaning up all this fluid spills. They do have oil dry down. They're going to do their best to do this quickly, but obviously it is very important that they get this area clean because we cannot have a slick track down that area. That is a very dangerous part of the track. Safety session. We'll give you an update on timing as soon as we can. We're just playing this by ear. As soon as we know what's going on, I will let you know.
All right, now that sunset, we got JC Monet. How you doing, man? Good to see you with your bird scooter. Apparently.
That's right. This is the original one, the number one.
That's what it's based on.
No, this is number one. I work for Bird.
Oh,
This
seriously?
is the number one scooter.
This is Bird scooter number one.
This is the one I've done all the.
Forget your race car. This is rad.
Yeah.
Do you really work at Bird?
Yeah, I did most of their initial design and engineering, and I was
Oh, that's awesome.
employee number 10.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, tell me about your Subaru. It's pretty rowdy looking.
Thanks. Yeah, it's doing good. It's the same 2006 car I bought and drove the kids around to school for a while, raced it for a while, set a bunch of street records, mod records, had the record here for a long time. Got beak. Took some years off. My kid was racing motorcycles, so I helped him out, and now I'm back in it.
What's your number? What's your goal for today?
I already beat that. I'm on 250 horsepower less than I set the old record on, and I went faster. So the car's working good. The track's a little faster, of course, but car's working well. I just run some more. And it didn't go faster first, got a little running problem, but fixed that. Went about a second faster. Should have done more, but you know, the best way to make a good handling car handle like crap is to add power.
Yeah, no, totally. More interestingly, tell me about what is happening at Bird right now, because I live in Venice, and honestly, I love the scooters. I love riding them, but they're also sort of like litter. People just like leave them in really awful places.
Yeah, you've got that right. People use them, love them. People don't hate them. People who kind of use them are in between. I look around and think it's awesome. I also a little embarrassed sometimes when they're littered all over the place. So we're working on that. We give people prizes, money, whatever, for taking care of them. We pay people to help pick them up and organize them. They're not allowed to do it legally. They get a ticket, but you know, it's like you can't control someone renting a car, so you can't really control someone renting a scooter. So we do the best we can. But
well, I think the most interesting thing about them is the micro economies that have been created from them. The people, the chargers, the repairers, like all these like sub economies are so interesting.
Exactly, and we're all over the world. We're in like 20 countries in Europe and Israel and you name it. And the funny thing is, since I was one of the first engineer guys on this, I did all the training videos, and now we got tens of thousands of people watching my video of working on Bird scooters. Not exactly my claim to fame of my biggest life achievement, but whatever.
It may, and in the long run, it may be. What are the specs of the scooter? How much power? How much range?
Oh, about 15 miles an hour, 15 miles range roughly, depending. better, more reliable, less tamper-proof. A lot of guys are cutting the wires, they're sabotaging them or throwing them off cliffs or whatever. But
Yeah, have you seen Bird Graveyard on Instagram?
yeah, I think it was Bird Graveyard. Yeah, it's actually some of them, and I've seen some videos that are hilarious, really clever, and a good use for the scooters. You know.
Well, the the track's going hot again, so we're gonna end it. But thank you very much. Safe out there. Back to you guys.
All right, guys, we are back here. Group A session 3 is out and hot. To update you guys on internet land, Andy Smendegaard, the RS Evo, is out on track. Hopefully he can lay a lap down. We have not seen a complete lap from him all event. I know they have been fighting problems, but that's half of this sport, and these guys are trying to make sure they can lay down a lap to give you what reason they came down. It'd be heartbreaking for them to win this last year and not even lay a single time down. Following Andy is the Can Jam car. They have finally seemed to get it to click. They did another 42 last session. If anyone out here is on a microphone with Can Jam, I'd recommend telling them to speed it up. We don't allow a 10-mile-an-hour out lap. It's got to be 50 to 70%, guys. Andy Smendegaard is going to catch up to the back of the pack. All right. All right, guys, this is Group A, Session 3. Group A, Session 3, we are green flagged. We are still at full session time. We are going to have to go back to back to back. So Group E, be ready for your Session 4. Group E, be ready for your Session 4. Andy Smendegaard in the RS Evo is not going to run a lap. He is going straight for the pits, guys. He is going straight for the pits. Emilio Cervantes in the Super Miata. Here comes Ryan Passy, followed by Rhett Panther. Here comes Cody Miles. Followed by Stephen Chan. Here we have Adam Napick in his Porsche 911.
Right there.
Here at Group A, Session 3. These are the fastest guys. It looks like Cody Miles cannot complete a hot lap. He is letting people by. I'm not sure if he's having an issue or he's having an issue. It looks like he went off, actually. His car is tracking a lot of dust. All right, guys, just to give you a little update, we have Can Jam in the pits. Can Jam does need to be spoken to by race control. There was a little issue in the outlap, just so you know. Race control is going to speak to him and then let him out in an open space on the track. Steven Chan with a 155 in his Nissan GTR, followed by Adam Naptic in a 154. Johnny Hernandez is still running 50 solid. He ran a 49 a little bit ago, I believe in session 1 or 2. He's been very consistent. I believe this is one of the fastest events I've seen him here at Global. I think he's ran faster in practice days, but there are a lot of cars that have. It looks like Super Miata, he may have gone off. He just let, his car looks dirty. He just let that beautiful S2000 by, and his car looks dusty as can be. He may have had an off. He may have to come in and check that out. It does look like Andy Smedegaard is starting a hot lap, guys. RS Motors is starting a hot lap. As Johnny Hernandez on camera right now, guys, going into Riverside. He is what looks like second in street all-wheel drive right now. Got Ryan Parsi going a little bit off there in Sunset. I'm sure you've seen enough of that in this event. If this teaches you anything, guys, CW13 may look semi-simple on a track map. I hear this all the time. That track doesn't look that technical. Man, I've driven that on Forza. This is probably one of the most technical tracks we have in Southern California. This track has eaten more cars than I can tell you personally. So understand when I tell you, CW13, it takes a lot of skill to drive at the highest level. We got CanJam getting out of the way over here of Amir. It does look like RS Motors got by him clear. So we're going to go ahead and see what kind of time Andy can lay down. If Andy completes this lap, this will be his first time lap at this event. I know they had to take care of a motor, but it looks like they got it done. We're going to keep watching this back straight until we can see Andy Smedegaard. All right, there's Cody Miles. I don't know if I lost Andy. Did he already finish the lap and I didn't see it? Nope. Okay, guys, it does look like RS Motors is not going to complete a lap once again. Let's stay at this shot, though, because coming really soon is the CanJam car. We're going to try and follow CanJam as best we can. Looks like RS Motors is having some issues here. CanJam should be coming through the back S's in the back straight any second now. Here it comes, guys. CanJam. Oh, they're coming into the pits. They have to be looked at. All right, guys, it looks like CanJam is going to go back out. We have a little bit less than 5 minutes left, guys, so hopefully CanJam can set down a warm-up lap and then a hot lap. Hopefully they set up a nice, fast warm-up lap. All right, guys, we got CanJam going back out. CanJam going back out. All right, guys, hopefully we can see CanJam set down a lap. These guys are capable of running the fastest time of the day. They haven't had the best luck possible, but hopefully they can set up a warm-up lap, get the pressures they want in their tires, get the heat they want in that engine, and actually be able to set down a time. Anyone will tell you on their first time lap, they did a 43. On their second time lap, they did a 42. They haven't really had a chance to set many laps after that. We do see Can Jam. It does look like they are setting up for a hot lap. I'm watching them go through. I have lost track of the RS Motors car. I don't know if he's on a hot lap or on a warm-up. This is Group A. Group E. You need to get to grid, guys. Group E. The session only has 3 or 4 minutes at most left into it. Group E to grid. All right, guys, here's Can Jam starting a hot lap. Here's Can Jam starting a hot lap. We're going to try and follow the Can Jam car as well as we can. There are 2 areas we can't see them fully, but I'll try to give you the breakdown as much as possible. They are going deep into turn 1. Let's see how they look through that back section. From the tower, I can tell you they are definitely moving on the back side. They're going into button hook right now. That is the lowest speed corner on the track. Can Jam making it over to Cotton. Those are Cotton corners, followed by Grapevine. There we go. Can Jam going through the bus stop complex. The right to left. Let's see how they take bus stop. They take it deep into the left. Go and jump that curb. He's going to take Riverside. I can't see or hear his throttle position, but with how much downforce this car makes, I'm sure he is near to or wide open throttle all the way through Riverside. We're going to lose him for a little bit when he goes while he goes over Magic Mountain. We'll try to catch up to him again when we see him coming out of the sweeper and the S's. Here we go, guys. I can see the very top of what I believe is the Can Jam car right now. We see Adam Napick in his Porsche 911, followed by Emilio Cervantes, followed by Can Jam. Emilio goes inside. Can Jam is booking it down the backside. We're going to see a little dip in the front end right there. Going to make the left-hand turn on Sunset. Here he is down the front straight, my friends. Here he is down the front straight. We are not checkered yet, so he can do one more lap. We are not checkered. He can do one more lap. A 140.077. They are on the 40s. I hope his team told him to do 2 laps. He could do a 38. He's moving. The track is green. The track is green. We have 1 car off on the left. There are no yellows. There it is. That button hook looked a lot better than the last one. He's coming up on Cotton right now. I hope he's on another flyer because this is going to be his last lap of the session. He does have 1 more session to go, obviously, but we shall see. He is moving. Yeah, he's moving. Look at this weight transfer right here. Oh, this car is stuck to the ground. Here he is coming on bus stop. He took it even deeper this lap. Boom! Right over the curbing, using the entirety of the track. Going deep through Riverside. My hopes and prayers are that nobody ahead of him causes a yellow because I feel that they could be in the 30s on this lap. He did a 40.077 on that last lap. Folks, this is a car that came here from Canada and hurt their engine on the first day. They brought enough spares to put the engine back in. They've done maybe 5 flyers, and they're already competing for the overall win. This car does live up to the hype, my friends. We're going to keep this shot rolling right here. We cannot wait to see Can Jam come back. Here it comes, guys. Here comes Can Jam. They're going to see a dip in the front end, braking. They're going to make the left on Sunset, coming down the front straight. Oh, I do not see it. That was a 144.74. It was 4/10 slower. They're in the 40s, guys. They have 1 more session to break Tom O'Gorman's time. They have 1 more session to take the unlimited all-wheel drive record. They have 1 more session to even possibly take out William Al Young himself. I hope the Can Jam guys got some good data from that because that was an incredible lap. We do have one car over to the left over there on Button Hook, right on the off-ramp area. That's going to be the second/third corner of the track, so we're going to have to pull that car off. As soon as that car is off, we'll go ahead and start Group E, Session 4.
Okay, in between sessions now, finally a quiet time to chat. We got Eddie Lee of Titan 7 Wheels. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm great. How's business? I see you're out here with the Spoon team with the prettiest cars in the paddock.
Yeah, we're doing great. We've been in business for a very long 15 months, and but already we're seeing great strides because of the type of wheels that we produce and what we represent.
What does the name Titan 7 stand for?
Honestly, like my partners, he always wanted to do something with Titan, and I was like, we can't just do Titan. So the 7, it really comes from a lot of things from our background, but officially it's like the 7 virtues of a good wheel company.
What are the 7 virtues of a good wheel?
There's, well, it might be more than 7 because we try to check all the boxes, but lightness, strength, incredible value. We want everything to fit perfectly on the car. We want to do everything honestly with full transparency, and we talk about like a boxer pound for pound. The best fighter in the world for us, whether it's pound for pound or inch for inch, the best wheel that you can buy.
I like that. The Integra Type R that you guys have running out here, that's a very pretty car. You said came right off the SEMA show floor.
Yeah, that's Chris Marion from KW. Yeah, he had a beautiful DC2 Integra Type R that was on display at the KW booth at SEMA, and literally just put it together, just prepped it, brought it here, and he's out on track right now.
So I didn't have the fortune of being at SEMA this year, but every year SEMA has like 2, big trends. Did you see anything at SEMA this year that was like a real overarching trend?
Definitely trucks. Yeah, trucks, off-road is huge, and I think before it was just like the select group that was in it, but now I think everybody is really getting into it. It doesn't matter what you were coming from in their past lives, corporate past lives, they're just all getting into it, which is exciting, and it's just always good to see anything, really take life and really grow. But on top of that, I just think that, the economy is doing well. It doesn't matter if you're in a sport compact cars, time attack, even drifting or professional racing. Everything's really just growing, blossoming, evolving, and it's a good thing to see.
That's good. Do you think that because cities are getting kind of crowded, traffic's bad, and highway enforcement, speed limits, etc., do you think the off-road is sort of the last bastion of sort of freedom? In the California desert, like so much land where people just don't care what you do. So build a fast truck.
Everything's
also geographical, right? Like we talk about with somebody about like overlanding or UTVs, right? Or whatnot, they're going crazy, but then you know UTVs out like on the Midwest, they're not really used for the same purpose of what we do use it for out here. So it's really interesting. It's different, and that's what makes I think America so interesting, because like doesn't matter where you go, something different's going on, and then there's always a new market or a new trend that's getting put together.
Well, where can folks go if they want to check out your wheels?
It's www.titan-7.com. We're a fully forged wheel at an incredible value, and we're here always supporting Global Time Attack. The racers, it doesn't matter if you're a professional or a weekend racer, we're here for you.
All right, thanks, Eddie. Good talking to you. Back to the track and that dust cloud over there.
Here right now over by the Spoon Sports S2000. They are a sponsor of Global Time Attack, so do not forget Titan 7 wheels. The South Boss himself was telling me his Titan 7 wheels with those Michelin run flat tires weigh less than his stock forged Type RA wheels and tires. So please, if you have a moment, make sure to check out Titan 7 wheels. It does look like Brett Nicoletti took the rallycross route. I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll get back on. Just so you guys know, this is Group E, Session 4. Group D, this is your 10-minute call to grid. Group D, this is your 10-minute call to grid. We're going back to back to back to catch up, all right? So Group D, get to grid. This is Group E, Session 4. Group D, this will be your final session, all right? These are the 4th sessions of the day. We only have 4 sessions today, so understand, Group D, this will be your final chance to set a lap. Once again, guys, Group D, this is your 8-minute call to grid. Group D, this is your 8-minute call to grid. This is going to be your 4th time session. I repeat, this will be your final time session. Just to recap what's going on right now, guys, we are a little bit behind, but we are going to go back to back to back with sessions, and we will be back on schedule. Out on track right now is Group E, Session 4. This is their final time attack session. It's going to be followed by Group D, Session 4. Immediately after that will be their final time attack session. Every group is going to have one more chance to go out there. In Group A, Session 3, Can Jam laid down a 40.4. They are so close to the overall right now. They went from popping an engine, swapping an engine, doing a 42, going out, coming in, going out, coming in, laying down a 40. So we have absolutely no doubt that they have the ability to surpass Tom O'Gorman and take the unlimited all-wheel drive record. Now, if they surpass Tom O'Gorman by more than half a second, they would also take out William Al Young's overall 10 top record. What that means is William L. Young has the fastest production car time ever around Buttonwillow CW13 orientation. Looks like we got Vinanatra and the Hoonigan M3 laying down a 158.7. Vin did miss the first day. I'm not sure if they were just running behind or had to get some stuff done with the car. That is one of the advantages of a super lap battle style setup. There's 2 days, so even if you miss a day, you have an entire chance to come and do it all over again. These Camaros showed up nice and clean. Let me tell you guys, the 2 black Camaros we have here today, they showed up pristine, almost as if they'd been detailed. Now, after day number 2, I'm pretty sure they both look brown. 4 minutes until Group D starts, guys. So I'm just letting you guys online know we got 4 minutes until Group D starts, and letting everyone in the paddock know it's 4 minutes until your group starts. So if you're in Group D and you want to get on track, you have 4 minutes.
Okay, a little break from the dust bowl that has been created on the track right here. We got driver Jackie Ding. How you doing, brother?
How you doing? Pretty good.
Good to see you. I saw you at Grid Life throwing down some pretty impressive times in a mostly stock S2000.
Yeah, I mean, it is mostly stock. It's my daily driver, and I love, being able to bring it out and have fun with it.
How's your weekend been out here? Has the dust affected your lap times much?
Less so. It's my first time at Buttonwillow, so a lot of it's just test the balls. It's such a fast track that it's very different to what I'm used to. Stuff like Mid-Ohio. This is really testing how far you dare push the car.
Yeah, the average speed here compared to average speed in Mid-Ohio has got to be 20, 25 miles an hour faster, easily.
I think I'm like wide open throttle 85% of the time.
Well, for you having a naturally aspirated car, a lot of the forced induction cars, they have problems with that much full throttle, but with an NA car, you should be in a much better situation.
Oh, I hot lap mine. I think I did like 10 hot laps on the road. No problem, no temperature, stock radiator, everything. And I can still take it to school tomorrow. It's that easy.
That's awesome. What kind of numbers are you running up?
We just put down a 154.6 earlier.
And this is your first time here?
First time here.
That's really good, right?
I think it's an NAS 2000 record of some kind around here.
Is it actually a record?
It could be.
We may have to look that up.
Yeah, we will. I think the fastest record on video is Evasive, and they ran a 55.4. So it could be 8/10 quicker. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, I've run here S2000. It's very, very fast.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of aero developments this weekend. My aero sponsor had to pull together last minute to get me a new wing because ours flew off on the way over here from Michigan. So
like on the trailer?
Yes, on the trailer. We put it on backwards. Bad idea. Don't do that.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So how many more? You have more sessions today?
One more, I think so. Yeah.
You gonna really send it?
Yeah, we're gonna send it as hard as we can. Fingers crossed. We have a trailer home, so.
All right, so you can put. I mean, the best thing, unlike Mid-Ohio, as you just mentioned, Mid-Ohio, if you have a whoopsie, you hit a wall.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here, you, for the most part, just get dirty.
Yes.
So that's good. Jackie Ding, let's good luck out on the track, man. Have a good.
It put him all the way across the track, and he ended up on the straight that we do not use in CW13 orientation. My belief is he loves this track so much he wants to take part of it with him to Texas. There is so much dust in the air. The 2 cars that just went through had no idea if there was a car there, so they also went into the dirt. And I'm not sure which S2000 that is, but he just made it through right now. Clearly none of these guys have seen Days of Thunder. You just pick a line and go through. This is the end of the session, guys. Group E is being checkered right now. Group E is being checkered. All right, guys, we are going back to back in these sessions, so we are releasing Group D out while the Group E guys are coming in. You're going to have Brett and Fiona come in at the end of this lap, and then the Group D guys are already out on track. They're being released right now. Looks like a good 8 to 10 cars, maybe a few more. Remember, this is session 4, okay? This is the final time session of Super Lap Battle GTA Finals. Jack Nicholas Thomas, always with the Umbrella Crew Nation. WWCL always comes and supports, and Jack is from R1 Concepts. I'm not sure if it's Jack or Efren driving. We'll know by lap times. If it's fast, it's Efren. If it's not, it's Jack. GTA SLB Group C, this is your 10-minute call to grid. Group C, this is your 10-minute call to grid. Remember, we're going back to back to back. We'll let you know. Just to keep you all up to date here, we are on session 4. This is our final time session, and we're in Group D right now. We still have C, B, and A left to go. A, of course, being the fastest session of the day. I do see Efren Flores out in the stands, which means it is Jack out in the car right now. That did answer that question. Remember, guys, if you're just joining us, where the hell have you been? But also, we run things on a speed index. So this is the 4th lowest of our guys. Goes A, B, C, D, and E. This is D, Session 4, Dai Yoshihara in Spoon Sports Honda S2000, who has picked up a good 4 or 5 seconds since yesterday. Followed by Chris Reaver, Rockstar Garage S2000. This is the Super Lap Battle of S2000s. If you were here last year, it was the Super Lap Battle of Hairdressers. I wonder if next year will be the Super Lap Battle of GDIs. But it may be the Germans, because we have 5, 6, or 7 Porsches here today. They are starting to invade, and they're doing a damn good job of it. Not only do the cars look good, they sound good. Group C, this is your 9-minute call to grid, guys. Group C, 9-minute call. There's Anthony Cuthbert going across start finish. He has reset the enthusiast front wheel drive record. I will tell you that record has stood for quite a long time. It stood since Ping Ping drove his CSX Type S here. Ping Ping bought that Type S in from Canada. What it is it's a Honda Civic basically, but a little bit cooler chassis. It says CSX on it because it's an Acura, and it has about every commodity known to man you couldn't get in a Honda Civic. But when it comes to chassis and motor, it's just an 8th gen Civic Si. Back to Anthony and the enthusiast front-wheel drive record, though. That has held for a long time, mainly because most people do not compete in enthusiast front-wheel drive. There's really no good chassis other than the 8th gen Civic, and they're just not fun without proper parts on it. But ever since the FK8 Civic has come along, I was kind of hoping it'd be me next time we have a Pro-Am here, but I guess I have to take Anthony's record now. Here comes Jason Owens in the USR Honda Civic FK8 Type R. He's been running in the 57s, between 57 and 2 minutes consistently. There was Dai with a 156. Like I said, guys, he started at a 202 on day 1. Now he's down to a 56. He has dropped that thing 6 seconds. There is that Tesla Model 3. I hope you guys caught that interview with Matt Farrett and the owner of that vehicle. They got one of the first updates from Tesla for the new track pack. It's a track mode setting specifically for the Tesla Model 3. It is very impressive. It has been tested at Streets of Willow by Tesla. It was a little bit faster than a 458 Italia with the same factory driver. Obviously, that can't correlate to Buttonwillow Raceway Park because Streets of Willow is a very slow technical track, but that car is putting in some very impressive lap times.
Okay, we got Shulin down here. How you doing, brother?
Good, good.
All right, you are no longer racing today.
Nope.
And you told me that you've broken the same splitter 5 times this season.
That's correct, sir.
And your friends told me that you break your car every single event.
Most of them.
Okay, so we'll put that aside for a minute. Let's talk about the rental Camaro battle that's happening right now with your friends.
Yeah, so I flew in Wednesday night with Fiona, and then we went to, well, some rental company. We rented this Camaro SS, and then we came to the track, and then we found that Alex is actually driving the exact same car from another rental car company, and they've been having the same rental car battle these 2 days, and I think they're both having a pretty good time. And actually, I'm quite impressed how fast those rental cars are.
Wow, he just went through the bus stop and got quite a lot of oversteer. So Fiona in Camaro number 1 ran a 2:03 last session.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, actually.
That's very impressive.
I mean, for a car on run flat tires and automatic, she could drive.
Absolutely, she's a pretty good driver. Her car's been broken almost all season. She just needs something a little more reliable, I guess.
So maybe a Camaro.
And maybe a Camaro.
So he just ran out, and his first lap was a 2:05. So it seems Fiona had him by 2 seconds on the first of the Camaro battles.
Yeah, and Alex is actually doing pretty well. I think he ran a 2-minute flat earlier.
In the Camaro.
In the Camaro. So yeah, he's hoping he's gonna get 1:59 this session.
Well, I'll tell you something. The Tesla Model 3 Performance, which according to Randy Popes is the fastest sports sedan in the world right now, right? Whatever their lap time was, did a 59 out here. So if a rental Camaro can take that,
that'd be pretty cool.
I think that would knock them right off the podium. Let's get the lap right now coming by. 2:00.1 for the rental Camaro. I think Alex has got it.
He's got it.
That's ridiculous. Back to the action in the booth. Watch these Camaros, folks. This is where all the real action is. Yeah, that's
All right, thank you, Matt. We are getting back to this. Group D, Session 4 is going to be coming to a close soon. I hope we have 4 minutes left in Group D, Session 4. So Group C drivers need to A, guys, C, B, and A. Everyone is sitting around waiting. The buzz in the paddock is all about A, mainly because of what is going on with Can Jam. They did a 40, guys. They keep pumping 2 seconds. So their first time session was a 43 followed by a 42. They can do 2 laps in a row, no issue, and they have the capability of besting their first lap on the second. After they did the 43 and 42, they had issues. They had to swap the motor. Then they come out and do a solid 42 again. Out of fear that they were stuck at 42s, I was really hoping they were going to come out. Well, they went out, didn't set a lap. Following session, they come out and lay down a 40. He did do 2 laps in a row, both in the 40s. The second lap was 4/10 slower, but still in the 40 bracket. Now, my thing is, if they can go from 42 to 40, what's going to stop them from going to 40 to 38? Right now, Tom O'Gorman holds the top step with a 38.xxx. So if Can Jam can come out and do a 38 or 37, and William L. Young's record is a 37.3, if I'm not mistaken, then they will be able to not only take the unlimited all-wheel drive record, but the overall record and the fastest tin top car, aka production car, ever at Buttonwillow Raceway Park, orientation CW13. I would stay tuned for that. It is 3:22 Pacific Standard Time right now. Looks like we have caught up. Just so you guys know, if we stay on schedule, Group C will be at 3:25. Group B will be at 3:45. And Group A, the one everyone is talking about, will be at 4:05. We will know at 4:05 if RS Motors is going to lay a lap. We will know at 4:05 if Tom O'Gorman is going to come out and best his time and possibly try to take out. Oh, I'm going to cut myself off, guys. Dio Shihara just did a 1:55.869 as his best lap. So he has cut a little bit under 7 seconds out of that car just driving it with small, minimal changes you can make at the track. dye is really laying it down. We're on a checkered flag now, so I'll go back to what I was saying. Who knows if Tom O'Gorman's going to come out, if he's going to hold his unlimited all-wheel drive record, if he's going to come out and go even faster and take out William Al Young's record. Who knows if Can Jam is going to come out and take out Tom O'Gorman and William Al Young. And honest to God, I have seen crazier things. Maybe RS Motors is going to pull a feather out of the hat and come out and take them both out. RS Motors, as you guys remember, was here last year and they won the overall event. Their car is all white now. It looks similar. I'm not sure the changes done to the body, chassis, or aero. I'm kind of partial to it. I do really like well-built race cars without stickers. I am odd like that. I guess it's because I spend too much time around cars with way too many stickers. All right, guys, we are releasing Group C, Session 4. Group C, Session 4. Track is hot. This is Group C's final time out there. Group C, yesterday and maybe this morning, was the most contested group. People were speeding up. They've all moved up to the B group. So the times here are still incredible, but everyone is not as tight as they were yesterday and earlier today. In my eyes, if everyone is out, Group B is the session to see. All right, guys, we are live with Group C, Session 4. We are back on time. It does look like we have a good amount of cars out on track. I count maybe 7 to 10. I do give a lot of respect. Beautiful NSX. This Miata, and I'm not sure who is in the car right now. That could be Tim Kuo, that could be Mike Chang, but they are having a great time in their FK8. Evasive has a few cars out here right now. And here we go, the left on the Sunset. Go ahead and get this car down the front straight. Man, that is not a good way to start your hot lap. That corner is really easy to overcook, guys. I know I've been making it nonstop, but again, all this garbage I read online. Look at all these amateur mistakes. Like, listen, guys, I have no problem with you saying that if you've laid down a 40-second lap here at Buttonwillow, if you've competed, if you've proven that you know what you're doing. But I always read these from people who are internet racers, and you know what? The shit gets old, guys. So it looks like we have Steven Cronenberger starting a true hot lap because Ivan Hunt definitely blew that corner, followed by Max Rev, Rob Walker in that FK8. We have Tommy Contino in that beautiful wide body 911. Who happens to be number 911? How fancy. Followed by Kevin Patner in that NSX. We're going to have Tarek Latouf and his Mazda Miata, followed by either Mike Chang or Tim Kuo in that evasive FK8. It's good to see Tim back out here. Haven't seen him since Sport Car Motion stopped campaigning their DC2. I see Sport Car every year around Super Lap Time post that they're going to bring it out, but time has proven that's not going to happen. We have Earl Zimmerman over here in his Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 8. It looks like Ivan Hung is still pushing pretty hard. I'm not sure if he's going to try and make a lap or if he's trying to make it around. It does look like Jackie Ding pulled a Johnny Diggs and put it off pretty hard in Sunset. That would be 2 S2000s going off hard on Sunset. The unlimited rear-wheel drive version, because we do have a street front-wheel drive Thomas Lee in that beautiful Porsche 911. It does seem like all the Porsches do know each other. They're pitted together. Adam Napick and Elliott Skier are the ones that we see the most. They come to every single event we go to. They are so diehard GTA that their numbers and sponsorship logos are actually painted onto their cars. Car 168, that blue S2000, is actually going to have that lap disqualified. If you remember when he started the lap, he went 4 off. There is a rule: you go 4 off, you have to come in after. You do not get to block. You do not get to start your own lap. It is just unsafe. If something is hanging and you don't know it, if something's broken and you don't know it, you run the risk. Rob Walker with a 2-minute flat, followed by Tommy Contino at a 156. Kevin Patner, the 157. Tarek Latouf with a 155.512. Steven Cronenberger past start finish, not even on throttle, so I'm not sure if he gave up on that lap or he's going to come in because he has an issue. Earl Zimmerman with a 157.278. These guys are proving the track still does have time in it, because these guys are running basically near 2 faster or the same lap times they were running most of the day. So the track itself has not fallen apart. We are very lucky at this Global Time Attack Super Lap Battle to have amazing weather. It has been in the 70s, low 70s the entire event. Last year was a little unbearable with the heat, but I mean, so was last night while my team was replacing a transmission and a diff in an S2000. It's not really nice to be out in 30-degree weather in shorts. Group B, this is your 7-minute call to grid. Group B, this is your 7-minute call to grid. There we go. It looks like Jack is pushing it pretty hard. Let's see if he makes it clean through bus stop. Well, clean-esque. One tire off. That's not unheard of. I've seen records set one tire off going through bus stop. So, nope. He's calling that one a day. He let him by. Group B, this is your 5-minute call to grid. Group B, this is your 5-minute call to grid. Rob Walker with a 208. That was Max Red, followed by Rhett Panther at a 158.771. All right, guys, this is all right, guys, this is Group C, Session 4. We only got about 2 minutes left. Group B drivers should be starting to get pitted. Group B drivers should be starting to get gridded. Just to recap what's going on, guys, we're at day 2 of Global Time Attack Super Lap Battle GTA Finals. We are nearing the end of this event. We are in Group D, Session 4. They have 4 time sessions on the final day. We're going to go through Group C, Group B, and then Group A, my guys. Group C, B, then A. D is about to come to an end, then we'll send out C. C, B, and A are the most exciting, mainly because they're the most competitive classes, as in they have the times closest to each other. It does look like Group C is trying to get as many of their guys out as possible. Everyone wants that one last chance to put down a lap. All right, guys, here's what you see out there right now. That is Group C gridding up. Group C gridding up. We do have quite a few cars ready to put out their final laps. This is Group B getting ready to grid up. We're on Group C, Session 4. It does seem that these groups that are out there right now are coming to a lull. This is Group C coming off. Group B is starting to pit up. Got 2 or so minutes before these cars go out, guys. This is going to be Group B, my friends. Group B. This is going to be one of the most contested groups out there. It's going to be followed by Group A. All right, it does look like we have Group C almost completely off track. We're going to go live with Group B in a minute or so. We have Group B and then Group A. Group B starts at about 3:45. Group A starts at 4:05. All right, guys, here we go. Group B being released. Group B being